Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Saturday, April 30th, the last day of April. I can't believe it. All right, on our show today, we have Orange County Sheriff Department Captain Charlie Walters. He has been assigned to our area, Laguna Woods, and we're going to talk to him about what he's going to be doing, and we just wanted to introduce him to you. Then I sat down with Francine Brokaw with Beyond the Red Carpet, and we talk about who she is featuring all month of May, and it really is quite extraordinary. All right, let's take a look at our weather. We are looking at very warm temperatures. I mean, I say very warm, but you know, it seems like it's very warm because we've been hovering around the 60s for some time. We are looking at 76-55 today. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies, 73-54. And then partly cloudy skies on Monday, 71-54. If you are traveling, take a look at these numbers. Local beaches, 68-54. San Diego, 67-55. Santa Barbara, 69-54. And then Palm Springs, 95-67. Tahoe, 55-32. Big Bear, 65-38. Mammoth, 61-32. And Las Vegas, 90-54. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:04, and our sunset will be at 7:33. And thank you, Joel, for sending in this really nice photo. I love the way you caught the walkway with the plants and the beach, and that's called Moonstone Beach. So thank you, Joel, for sending that in. If you have a photo you would like to share with our community, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we come back, we will have Captain Charlie Walters, so stick around.
Number one reported accident for a senior is a fall.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. If you've taken a bad fall or your balance isn't what it used to be, it's time to try 60 Up. It's safe, it's effective balance training that can get you back on your feet in as little as 3 weeks, like it did me.
If you have balance, strength, or mobility issues, you need 60 Up.
Within a couple weeks, my balance has improved.
If you're feeling scared, you need 60 Up.
It works.
Go to 60up.com. That's the number 60up.com.
It changed my life, and it can change yours too.
What's easier than blowing out 65 candles? Choosing an Alignment Medicare health plan that's tailored specifically to you. Need access to 24/7 telehealth and concierge services? You got it. Members also receive an Alignment Health Plan Black Card with a monthly allowance and rewards for engaging with your health. At Alignment Health Plan, we don't think of these things as extras, just things you deserve. Save your wish for something that isn't healthcare related. Call or visit our website today to enroll in an Alignment Health Plan.
Do you have cavities, broken or missing teeth, tooth pain, or other dental problems? These issues can create more problems than you think, including affecting your overall health. Don't wait until it's too late. Contact Loberg Dental today, and your first exam and set of x-rays is free without insurance. It's a great way for you to experience our high-quality level of patient care while saving money too. Visit drloberg.com to schedule your free exam and x-rays today.
Welcome back. Well, we are joined today by Captain Charlie Walters, who is here on behalf of the Orange County Sheriff's Department. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so you have been in the Sheriff's Department for a very long time, since 2004, and your position has spanned, it looks like, an awful lot of very exciting opportunities.
Yes, I've been on the department since 2004, and I've been so very blessed, and I'm actually pretty humbled today, just kind of looking at that resume. The fact that I've gotten to work, a wide variety of different assignments, kind of spanning, from custody to patrol operations to special operations, to the training division, and so forth. I've learned a lot throughout my, throughout my career and throughout my assignments, which leads me here today.
Well, you've gone from, and it's kind of interesting because you have tactical apprehension team, SWAT. I mean, that's some pretty serious stuff. And then when you were assigned as a captain to an area, do you think it really, obviously it's going to change. It's not going to be as intense.
I think the fun part about it is there's a lot of liability. There's a lot of, teamwork. And I think the fun part coming from the Special Enforcement Bureau, when I had the SWAT team and the bomb squad and the K9 unit, to my current position, it's still about teamwork. It's still about the community. It's still about, kind of us doing a job, for them. And that's kind of been the easy part, kind of making that transition, to this current job. I'm actually very excited about it, and to bring that experience, I think, to this job, I think I can do.
Now, you mentioned to me off camera that early on in your career, you were patrolling this area, so you're very familiar with that. Tell me about that.
So I was assigned to Lisa Viejo, and it was fun because we would handle calls here. So I know the area. I got to handle several calls for service here.
Okay.
Fun part, I got to speak to a wide variety, of different residents, and it's made it fun. I know that the city of Laguna Woods is very close knit. It's kind of one big family, and that's the part that I'm truly excited about, to be the city chief here, to continue that and really show, the staff that works for me, that we can do really good things here, and all we got to do is, kind of talk to, to the different residents.
Right, right. Now so let's talk about your position now. So you're the Chief of Police Services. What will that mean for our community?
So I go to all the city council meetings, to all the special events. I've got the day-to-day operations, here. I've got 6 deputies. I've got an investigator, and then we share a sergeant with with 2 other contract cities.
Okay.
So I'm kind of, kind of in charge of that. And I think overall, just kind of, making sure that our communication, making sure, that community policing, still goes into effect.
Okay, so in general then, if we are looking to talk to someone regarding, pretty much things that are happening here in Laguna Woods, you would be the go-to individual, I take
Yes,
it,
ma'am,
or
I
maybe
would.
one of the deputies that were working with you.
Yes, ma'am, I would.
All right, perfect. So a couple of things that are happening locally as well as I think nationwide is, we have property crimes, we have theft, not necessarily just in your home, but also in your cars, and we have massive amounts of scammers, which is really frightening because it doesn't even matter what your age is, yet they seem to focus more on the elderly, primarily because they're really worried and afraid, I think, when you get to a certain age. So talk to me a little bit about some of the property crimes that are happening around our county.
Well, I think first things first is all the residents for, I think for this great community is they've worked hard their whole life. Yeah. So their money's their money, their property is their property. And we're seeing, thefts throughout, throughout Orange County, kind of go up. So I have some safety tips that we can kind of go through that, I think could help. Okay. I think number one is please lock your cars.
Yeah.
Please lock, your different homes. When you're going to take a vacation or you're going to leave, tell a neighbor. Okay. Make sure, each night all the stuff comes out, from your car, your cell phones, your computers, all that good stuff.
Right.
And then I think the best thing is that if anything does happen, please call us. I think my message, to the residents is we are here for you. Okay. We are here to support you. Right. So those are just a couple small safety tips that we're kind of seeing. A lot of our thefts, from vehicles is because they're not locked.
Right.
So please lock your cars.
Right.
And like I said, if anything's suspicious, like I said, please call us.
Now, some of the thieves are getting pretty brazen. I mean, they don't care if it's day or night these days. So what would you suggest? I mean, if it's a daytime thing, do the neighbors need to have like a neighborhood watch kind of thing?
Well, I think the best thing is just knowing your environment, knowing your community. If you see something, say something. It is, I think, the very best. Even if it's something that you're just out of the ordinary, call us. We have deputies that will come. We will take reports. I think the nice part is that all the staff doesn't want anything bad to happen in this community. Right. So my thing is this, it is our effective, I think, communication with our staff and, with regards to all the residents. Yeah. We really want to be that tight-knit family. Right. So I'm actually asking, for the support. Like I said, please let us know. Okay. And I think that way, our deputies can get involved, and we can go from there.
Okay. So let's talk about some of the scam things that we've been hearing about. I mean, most of it is via phone. I mean, there are other scams that are out there, but the phone one seems to be the most used. Tell me a little bit about some of the things that they should be looking out for.
So we're getting a lot of scams. People are saying, they're from the IRS.
Oh yeah.
They're wanting you to pay with gift cards, which, if it seems weird, it probably is. And so my, kind of advice to all the residents is, number one, if you start getting these weird phone calls, don't give them your personal information. Don't give them, your address,
Right.
Your social security number, your different types of money or that. If you ask to call back, try to get their name, try to get their number. Whether you talk to a neighbor, or the best thing is call us. And we can at least, I think, we can get in front of that. We definitely can help with that. And I think overall is people are trying to find an easy way out. And again, I don't want to see anything happen, to the residents here. So like I said, easiest thing for you guys to do is just to call us.
A lot of people don't want to call though, and I say that because somebody I know experienced this. So first of all, the IRS is never going to call you. They only send you letters in the mail. It's very archaic, but so they're not going to call you. Romance scams is very interesting because now you're getting a lot of people, some of the older folks are using some of those online dating things, and there is a ton of these catfish people, and it's really frightening that they're doing. But the other thing I'm wondering about is, tech support scams. You've got people who are literally saying, hey, you have signed up for, I think it's like a security type of software on your computers. That's a big one too, right?
It is, and I think the easiest way to, I think to mitigate those is, if you didn't sign up for that stuff, even if you did, and it seems odd, and they're trying to ask for money, and they're trying to ask for different locations, your home address, it's simple to either ask a neighbor if you don't want to call the police, or to your loved ones, and then most of the time it's going to come back to us too. We actually have, I think the Orange County Sheriff's Department is so large. We have so many different divisions, which we have people that actually do that for a living. It's really, really, kind of fun and interesting. The cyber crimes and all of that type of material that we want to help. And I think that's the part. If the residents feel, maybe nervous. Either talk to your loved ones. Talk to a friend.
Right.
But if we don't know, that we can't help.
So if they do get a scam call, what are some things that they should remember about that call to be able to report to you? Obviously the phone number is traced so they can see what the phone numbers are, but I imagine many of those are probably those Google phone numbers, and they're really not very traceable, right? So what are some other things that they should listen for so they can report to you?
So the first things first is going to be the date and time.
Okay.
The phone number. They usually will come out with some type of first name. We've seen lately they don't come with a last name.
Okay.
So if they just give a first name, try to write that down. If they do give a last name, great. If they also give, whether it's the IRS or whether it's a certain, app or something of that nature, write that down, and then also just to see what they wanted. Just so we can kind of grasp on which area, if it does come to us, where that goes to.
Right.
So those are kind of some of the big ticket items. Don't give your money. That's my biggest advice, I think, to the residents is to wait. And a simple, and most of the time they're not going to want to. You ask for their name, you ask for their phone number, and you say that you'll call them back. And then when you call them back, it usually goes to, it doesn't work. Or there's no landline, so kind of that nature. And if you do get that, then it was a scam. I only ask that it's nice when we can find out about it, so we can start looking at the big picture. Start looking at some different cases. Looking at, is there a trend? Maybe not just in this city, but it could be, throughout Orange County. So that's why it seems like I've said this a lot to here today. Please let us know.
And I think that's really important because many do not want to report it. They're like, oh, they're not going to be able to do anything about it. But what you just said was that maybe there have been 5 phone calls, not necessarily just from Laguna Woods, but elsewhere, that they're all linked together. And so that might help your department figure it out more, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, I think this is great. This is good information. Welcome to Laguna Woods.
Thank you so very much.
And we appreciate you coming in today.
Thank you so very much.
All right, you're welcome. If you want more information about everything we have just discussed, you can always go to their website, which is ocsheriff.gov. We'll be right back.
Claire Trevor School of the Arts is UC Irvine's creative laboratory. From the most traditional of art forms to the radically new, we explore and develop the arts as the essence of human experience and expression. We're poised right now at a pivotal moment, as Trevor School is just emerging in its newest form. We have a brilliant future, and we're just getting started.
Oh, life, how we admire you, are deeply fascinated by you. All your twists and turns and wild rides you take us on. The ups and the downs. Life, you live inside all of us, breathing, growing, beating. You are the reason we'll always provide world-class healthcare. Providence, we see the life in you.
Welcome back, where we have Francine Brokaw, who is the host of Beyond the Red Carpet. Well, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing great, and I'm so excited about my May show because it's an hour long. It's a special edition, and I'm sure everybody's going to get something from it. It's amazing.
Well, and yeah, we're just going to give everybody sort of some preview of what it's about. I know you ran out of time, and so you want to be able to kind of fill everybody in on what the subject matter is and sort of who we're talking to. So you are talking to Lady Colin Campbell. Well, who is that?
Oh, she's a very highly thought of author who's written, I think, 10 or 12, 14 books about royals. Not only royals, but other things. She's so intelligent, and she's a British aristocrat.
Okay.
I have trouble with that word, aristocrat. Anyway, she is plugged into everything royal, past, present, and speculation about future. And it's an interesting show because we start off, I wanted to start off in the past because we both have a kind of a connection to Tsar Nicholas. And there was that big kerfluffle when the Tsar wanted asylum in Britain during the Revolution so that he could save his family. And I thought it was the king's decision not to let him in, but she set me straight. She gives a whole background of what actually happened. And ultimately, as we know, the Tsar's family all were killed.
Yeah, wow. Well, that will be very interesting to tune in. And another thing that you had mentioned is that, you know, the Queen is up there in age, right? And you know, she's had some health issues. Does she give you a perspective of what she thinks might happen?
Yes. We talk a little bit about the abdication and what actually happened, who was for it and against it at the time. But yes, but then we go into the demise of the Queen, which is very sad to say.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. I mean, she's been Queen my entire life.
Yeah.
And a lot of people cannot imagine a world without Queen Elizabeth.
Right.
But as I've mentioned on the show, it has been leaked exactly what's going to happen, the minutes, the hours, and the 4 days after her death. So after that, people can go online and find out exactly the timeline of all these little intricacies. However, there are other things that we go into, like Charles picking his name, because he can pick any one of his Charles, Philip, Arthur, George to be king. We go into that, and we go into Prince William's ascension up the ladder.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. We don't know. I mean, growing up here in the United States, we hear prince, princess, duke, lords. We don't really have an insight into how they evolve and how they're appropriated. And she helps give us an understanding. I think American viewers, British viewers here will understand it all, but American viewers will really get a good lesson into what happens with the monarchy and titles.
Well, that's good, because I think a lot of times many of us Americans probably go, why even have a monarchy? Why do you even have it? What's the use? And so I think that's really great to tell people, okay, this is something that you're pretty much born into. Right? Or you could marry into as well, but that always is something interesting. Which brings me to my next question, because here we have Harry and Meghan, and that is exactly what happened, right? He married someone who was not in royalty at all, and look what's happened.
It's been a complete debacle, the whole thing, and I think another thing I want to let the viewers know that this is really a dangerous portion of history, not only for the monarchy, but for people themselves, because Meghan and Harry have gone about trying to destroy their families and their history and the legacies of, even though Harry claims that he's following Diana's legacy, he's ruining it and he's tarnishing it in so many ways.
Right.
And we talk about that, but there are two groups of people in the world, those that are for the monarchy and not necessarily want a monarchy in their own country, but are happy to see the British monarchy because they do so much good over there, and the Brits really like them too. I mean, and they had the Commonwealth at this time. And then you've got people who are the woke people, who are Harry and Meghan supporters, and they're called the Sussex Squad. They are doing everything in their power to bring down George, Charlotte, William, Kate, all of the, and Charles as well. They want to put Meghan and Harry up on the throne. They want, they're dangerous.
Well, it's completely not what has been historical, right?
No.
I mean, obviously, it's really changing the way people view a monarchy, and I'm sure that's not what Diana would have wanted.
No.
Based on books and recollections and things like that. So this sounds really cool. So it's an hour show, and it's going to be all with Lady Colin Campbell, and you guys are going to dive into everything.
And at the end, you get a little tour of her castle. It's called Castle Goring, which is beautiful.
I bet.
And I hope to get over there one of these days to see it. But you'll get a little tour of that.
Yeah.
So it's all encompassing, past, present, future, and everything. And we're going to talk to her later on in the year too, because she's just such a wealth of knowledge.
I love it.
She's amazing.
Oh, well, that'll be fun. All right, so everyone can watch this special 1-hour episode of Beyond the Red Carpet. Will air on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. only for the month of May. Excellent. All right, well, thank you so much for the information.
Oh, my pleasure. It's so much fun.
All right, we'll see you next time. And remember that you can always watch Beyond the Red Carpet on Saturdays at 8:30, and the new show will begin in May. We'll be right back.
Captain America.
Watch HGTV.
Netflix.
Hi folks, this is Dan O'Weiler with Sterling Financial Advisors. We've been around for a long time, been on This Day with Lisa, and just wanted you to know that we're still in business, even through the pandemic. We still have the opportunity to now meet with people individually, in person, and we'd like to invite you to give us a call if it would make some sense. If you're doing some planning for retirement, please give us a call. We'll be happy to meet with you. Thanks so much.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. Remember me? I'm the king of whoopee. And you're watching Village Television. But everybody does.
Welcome back. All right, our movie for today is Spider-Man. And this is the brand new Spider-Man, No Way Home. You can catch that today at 2 and 6 p.m., both with closed captioning. And that is sponsored by Harvard Eye Associates. So enjoy that today. All right, let's take a look at some announcements that we have. The Baha'i Club is having the Three Worlds event. It's going to be a surprise speaker, and that is on Tuesday, May 3rd at 6:30 in Clubhouse 5, multi-purpose room number 1. So if you want to participate with that, you will want to get in touch with them. Then the OC Old Pros is also having an event this coming week, and that is going to be a reading of Don't Drink the Water, which is a comedy by Woody Allen. So take a look at that. All right, let's take a look at our weather before we jump on out to enjoy the rest of our weekend. Looking pretty good, nice and warm, and a little partly cloudy with some fog, but looks pretty good. And if you're traveling, take a look at these numbers. Looking pretty good across the beaches. Palm Springs, very warm, 95. Mountains, no snow and no rain. Las Vegas, 90, 54. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you here on Monday. Bye-bye.